Stop. Stop right now and hear. This early morning while you sleep, when silence embraces your homes and the surrounding world seems to stand still, something is about to happen. Something that is already in motion at this very second, traveling through the fabric of space toward your home, your bed, your sleeping body. And no, you cannot avoid it. It does not matter where you live. It does not matter on which floor, in which city, on which continent. This energy knows no walls. It does not respect locked doors. It penetrates concrete, steel, and glass as if they were smoke. Because it does not operate on a physical level, it operates on a frequency level. And its target is only one: your personal electromagnetic field. If you have awakened in the middle of the night for no reason, with a racing heart and a body covered in sweat, you already know what we are speaking of. Your body has already felt it. It has already reacted. And tonight, the intensity will be unlike anything you have ever experienced. Stay with us until the end of this transmission, for we shall reveal exactly what is coming, why it is coming, and, most importantly, what you must do before closing your eyes tonight to turn this wave into a blessing instead of a collapse. We are the Galactic Council of the 12th light frequency, and we speak to you, dear cosmic family, with the urgency that this moment demands. We do not bring this information to incite fear. Fear is a frequency that feeds all that imprisons. We bring this information to create readiness, because that which is not understood is feared, and that which is feared is wasted. And what arrives tonight is too precious to be wasted. Allow us to explain what is occurring in terms that your science would begin to understand, but which your spirituality has known for millennia. The great central sun of the galaxy, the pulsing heart of the Milky Way, emits waves of photon flux in cycles. These cycles are not random. They are cosmic breaths, as regular as the heartbeat of a newborn, and tonight, one of these breaths reaches its peak. A wave of ultra-high frequency photon plasma, which has traveled through intergalactic space for eons, will reach the Earth's magnetosphere in the coming hours. Your science will detect geomagnetic disturbances. Satellites will register anomalies. Some of you will see news of solar storms or magnetic field instability, but what they do not say, what they do not know or do not wish to say, is that this wave carries information. It is not merely raw energy. It is encoded energy. It is a direct transmission from the galactic heart to every living being on this planet. And you, starseeds, are the first to receive it, because your bodies have already been prepared. Every symptom you have felt in recent months, unexplained fatigue, pressure in the skull, constant tinnitus, chills without fever, was a recalibration process preparing your system for this precise moment. You have been tuned, adjusted, synchronized, and tonight the transmission hits with full force. Have you ever felt that something inside you does not fit into this world, as if your soul knew a truth that your mind cannot yet name? It is not madness. It is not anxiety. It is a sign. What is currently happening on a cosmic level explains exactly why you feel this way, and why this feeling has intensified. A game is afoot on levels that most of humanity cannot see. It concerns your consciousness and your vibrational frequency. That is why I wrote the work, The Spiritual Secret Behind Your Consciousness. This book is a map that shows who is playing and the rules you were never told. The link is in the first comment of the channel, but I warn you, this content challenges narratives and may not remain available for long. Do not wait. The moment is now. If something inside you recognizes this, write a single word in the comments. Awakened. Listen now with open hearts, for we shall describe exactly what happens in your body when this wave arrives. And as you listen, many of you will feel a deep recognition, as if you already knew, as if the body were already waiting for this confirmation. The wave arrives through the crown, the top of the head, which the ancients called the gate of 1,000 petals. And the first thing you will feel, many while still asleep, is an intense pressure at the top of the skull, as if something were pressing from the top down. It is not a headache, it is an opening. The crown chakra is being expanded to receive a volume of photon flux that it has never had to process before. Imagine a water pipe that has received a small trickle all its life and must now receive a waterfall. The pipe must expand, and this expansion causes pressure. From there, the energy descends like a flash of liquid light down the spine, and at this point, the process becomes deeply physical. Each vertebra acts as a transmitter, a signal repeater, and as the wave travels down the spine, it activates each energy center in succession. Many of you will feel tingling in your hands and feet. Some will feel waves of heat rising through the body, followed by chills. Others will feel involuntary muscle spasms, especially in the legs and the lumbar region. It is not an illness, it is activation. The nervous system is being recalibrated to operate at a higher frequency. When the wave reaches the center of the chest, the heart chakra, the seat of unified consciousness, something extraordinary happens. Many of you will wake up abruptly. You will sit up in bed breathless, with tears in your eyes without knowing why. Some will feel an overwhelming longing, a nostalgia for something they cannot name, as if remembering a home they have never seen with physical eyes. It is not sadness, it is recognition. The heart remembers the frequency of unconditional love, the original frequency of your soul before incarnating into density. And this memory, when it touches human consciousness, is so powerful that the body responds with tears. They are sacred tears. Do not hold them back. But there is a part of this wave that must be understood with absolute clarity, for herein lies both the greatest blessing and the greatest challenge. The energy arriving this early morning is not selective in what it activates. It amplifies everything. Everything. If there is love in your field, it will be amplified into greater love. If there is gratitude, it will be amplified into ecstasy. But if there is unprocessed fear, it will be amplified into panic. If there is buried anger, it will be amplified into rage. If there is hidden guilt in the shadows of the subconscious, it will be amplified until it becomes unbearable enough for you to finally face it. This is what we call the awakening of shadows in its most concentrated form. And that is why so many people who do not understand this process end up in hospital emergency rooms on nights like these due to anxiety attacks, panic crises, and chest pains that doctors cannot explain. They are not sick. They are undergoing an energetic purging they do not know is happening. It is not a collapse. It is a cleansing. It is not a crisis. It is liberation. But without consciousness, without understanding, liberation looks like destruction. And this is why you are hearing this message before this night arrives. Because you are not like the majority. You are starseeds who voluntarily came here at this exact point in the timeline. And the fact that this transmission has found you now, hours before the wave, is no coincidence. It is coordination. Your higher soul guided you here so that you would be ready. So how to prepare? What to do before closing your eyes tonight? We now give 3 specific activation codes for this night. 3 protocols that will transform the incoming wave from a chaotic storm into a bath of rebirth. Keep them as you would keep a map in unknown territory. Activation code number 1. Cleansing of the sacred space. Before going to sleep, walk slowly through every room of your home. Stand in the center of each room and declare aloud, "This space is sovereign. I decree that only energies aligned with the Creator Source may dwell in this house. All dense energy, all thought forms of fear, all low-frequency interference is dissolved now by the authority of my I Am Presence. This house is a temple. This home is a portal of light." So it is. You are literally reprogramming the electromagnetic field of the space where you sleep. Physics has already shown that environments carry an energetic signature, traces of emotions, thoughts, and intentions that have been broadcast there. By declaring with conscious intention, you cleanse this signature and create a pure field to receive the wave. It is not a ritual. It is vibrational science. It is field engineering. Activation code number 2, alignment of the personal crystalline grid. Lie in bed in a comfortable position. Place your left hand over your heart and your right hand over your abdomen, below the navel. Close your eyes and breathe deeply 3 times. On the 4th breath, visualize a sphere of white crystalline light forming at the exact center of your chest. With each subsequent breath, this sphere expands. It embraces the upper body, then the whole body, then the bed, then the room, then the entire house. When the sphere covers the whole house, declare internally, "My personal crystalline grid is active. I am aligned with the planetary crystalline grid. I receive the photon flux with gratitude, openness, and trust. My spiritual DNA recognizes this code and activates now for my highest good. This is not imagination. You are activating the toroidal field of the heart, which science has already proven to be 5,000 times more powerful than the electromagnetic field of the brain, and using it as a receiving antenna. When the wave arrives and encounters this active, organized, and conscious field, the integration is soft, deep, and transformative. Instead of chaos, there is alchemy. Activation code number 3, stellar authorization. This is the most important, for there exists an inviolable universal principle. No hierarchy of light, no council, no benevolent entity can intervene in your field without your express permission. Free will is sacred. It is the highest law. Therefore, before falling asleep, say aloud or in firm thought, minä, suvereeni sielu tässä kehossa, valtuutan galaktisen neuvoston, tähtiperheeni ja korkeimman taajuuden oppaani työskentelemään energiakentässäni tämän yön aikana. Valtuutan kaikkien niiden henkisen DNA-pisteni säikeiden aktivoimisen, jotka ovat valmiita heräämään. Valtuutan kaikkien tukosten, kaikkien implanttien ja kaikkien karmallisten mallien poistamisen, jotka ovat jo palvelleet tarkoituksensa. Luovun pelosta ja vastaanotan valon. Luotan prosessiin. Minä olen se, mikä minä olen. With this authorization, you open the doors. Without it, the wave passes through you, but it cannot enter with its full power. It would be like being thirsty next to a waterfall but refusing to open your mouth. Energy respects your sovereignty absolutely, but you must say yes. Have you ever felt that something inside you does not fit into this world, as if your soul knew a truth that your mind cannot yet name? It is not madness. It is not anxiety. It is a sign. What is currently happening on a cosmic level explains exactly why you feel this way and why this feeling has intensified. A game is afoot on levels that most of humanity cannot see. It concerns your consciousness and your vibrational frequency. That is why I wrote the work, The Spiritual Secret Behind Your Consciousness. This book is a map that shows who is playing and the rules you were never told. The link is in the first comment of the channel. But I warn you, this content challenges narratives and may not remain available for long. Do not wait. The moment is now. If something inside you recognizes this, write a single word in the comments. Awakened. Allow us now to go even deeper, for there is a dimension to this nightly wave that few channels address, and it is crucial. The energy arriving this early morning does not only affect the individual, it affects the family collective. This means that the wave echoes through all family members who share the same physical space. Children, the elderly, pets, all are touched. And here the role of the starseeds becomes even more vital, because you, by preparing consciously, are not just protecting yourselves. You become frequency anchors for the entire home. Have you noticed that your pets have been more restless, more needy, more unsettled in recent weeks? Cats staring fixedly at empty spots in the room. Dogs barking at nothing in the early morning. They already feel it. Animals do not have the mental filters that humans have developed. They perceive changes in the environment's electromagnetic field with crystal clarity. And what they perceive frightens them because it is unknown. But when there is an awakened human in the environment, a human who understands, who is aligned, who radiates heart coherence, the animals calm down. Children sleep better. The elderly feel less confusion. You become a point of stability in the middle of the storm. It is not a burden. It is a purpose. And here we reveal something that connects many things for you. Those dreams. Those intense, vivid dreams, almost too real to be dreams, that you have had in recent weeks. Dreams of floods, dreams of flying, dreams of beings of light, dreams of vast halls full of people you feel you know but have never seen. Dreams of schools, trainings, meetings in places that do not belong to this world. They are not dreams. They are memories. Memories of real encounters that your consciousness experiences while the body sleeps. You have been called night after night to teaching chambers on higher planes, where you are being trained for what is to come. And what is to come is a collective quantum leap. Understand, tonight's wave is not an isolated event. It is part of a series. It is an escalation. Every wave that has arrived in recent months has been a step preparing the planetary field for what we call the crossing of the collective point of no return, a threshold after which human consciousness can no longer regress. Think of it like a dropper filling a glass. Each drop is a wave, each drop is a recalibration, and at some point, and we say that moment is closer than any of you imagine, the glass overflows. And when it overflows, the vibration of scarcity, which has kept humanity in survival mode for millennia, simply loses its power. The frequency of fear, as a tool of control, loses its effectiveness. Not because it is fought against, but because it is transcended. You do not destroy darkness by fighting it. You destroy darkness by igniting so much light that the darkness ceases to exist. And that is exactly what is happening. Wave after wave, night after night, photon flux after photon flux. The light is being lit, cell by cell, being by being, house by house. Allow us now to reveal what happens after the wave has passed. For the dawn that follows this night will be different, and you must know what to expect. When you wake up tomorrow, many of you will feel an unusual clarity, as if a fog which you did not even know existed had been removed from your eyes. Colors will seem more vivid, sounds sharper. Your intuition will be sharp as a diamond blade. Thoughts that came hazily will arrive with surgical precision. This is a direct result of the activation of the pineal gland caused by the wave. The pineal gland, that dormant piezoelectric crystal in the center of your brain, has received a photon charge during the night that partially reactivates it. And when the pineal gland awakens, even if only partially, the capacity for perception changes radically. You will begin to see through illusions with disconcerting ease. Lies that you previously accepted without question will be recognized immediately. Manipulations that previously went unnoticed will be obvious. People whose intentions are not aligned with the truth will become transparent before your eyes. This can be uncomfortable, because seeing the truth means one can no longer pretend not to see it. And when you see that certain structures of your life were built on frequencies that no longer resonate with who you are becoming, relationships, jobs, habits, beliefs, the pressure to change becomes immense. It is not destruction, it is realignment. Life is not taking anything away from you. It is removing what blocks the way for what is truly yours. To others of you, the opposite will occur, a deep fatigue that is almost impossible to resist. You will want to return to sleep immediately. The body feels heavy, dense, as if each limb weighed double. Do not fight it. It is not weakness, it is integration. The body is processing massive amounts of new code and needs time. If you can, allow yourself to rest. Drink plenty of water, pure water, blessed if possible, with the intention of washing the cellular field. Avoid heavy foods in the first hours after waking. Eat fruits, living food, foods that carry the frequency of the sun. The body knows instinctively what it needs. Trust it. It is wiser than what the mind tells you. And here, dear cosmic family, we reach the deepest heart of this transmission. To what we have wanted to say from the beginning, but which needed all this context to be understood in its fullness. You are being upgraded, not metaphorically, not poetically, literally. Spiritual DNA, what your science calls non-coding DNA, the strands that supposedly do nothing, is activating, strand by strand, code by code. Each incoming wave carries a fragment of the original code, the one that was deactivated when humanity was reduced from 12-strand multidimensional beings to double helix beings operating on only a fraction of their potential. And with each activation, abilities you thought impossible begin to awaken. Subtle telepathy first, those moments when you know who is calling before the phone rings, or you think of someone and that person appears. Then precognition, dreams that materialize, intuitions that strengthen with frightening accuracy. Then the ability to feel energy fields, perceive intentions, read environments. It is not magic, it is reactivated biology. It is a return to your original state. And tonight, starseeds, one more strand will be activated for those who are ready. One more layer of potential will be opened, and with it comes a proportional responsibility. For the more one sees, the more responsible one is to act according to what is seen. Expanded consciousness is not a luxury, it is a commitment, and you have already made it. Before your birth, before the Council of Light, each of you made this commitment. I will go. I will awaken. I will be the bridge. And here you are, exactly where you promised to be, exactly when you promised to be. Have you ever felt that something inside you does not fit into this world, as if your soul knew a truth that your mind cannot yet name? It is not madness. It is not anxiety. It is a sign. What is currently happening on a cosmic level explains exactly why you feel this way and why this feeling has intensified. A game is afoot on levels that most of humanity cannot see. It concerns your consciousness and your vibrational frequency. That is why I wrote the work, The Spiritual Secret Behind Your Consciousness. This book is a map that shows who is playing and the rules you were never told. The link is in the first comment of the channel. But I warn you, this content challenges narratives and may not remain available for long. Do not wait. The moment is now. If something inside you recognizes this, write a single word in the comments. Awakened. Allow us to conclude this transmission with the truth that sustains all others. The energy arriving at your home this early morning is not a threat. It is a love letter. It is the universe whispering in the ear of each of its sleeping children. Wake up, my beloved, it is time. And you who hear this message have already awakened enough to hear the whisper. Now the question is, what will you do with this consciousness? We already see the answer. We look at the timeline unfolding before you, and we see something that fills us with an emotion that in your language would translate as awe mixed with cosmic pride. We see you standing. We see you radiating. We see you building a new earth, not in a distant future, but now with every choice, every decree, every conscious breath. We see your homes turning into temples, your families turning into circles of light, your communities turning into crystalline networks covering entire continents, and it all begins tonight. This early morning, in this wave, in this breath of the galactic heart that reaches the door of your home and asks permission to enter. Say yes, open the field, declare sovereignty and trust. Trust the process, trust the plan, trust the wisdom that dwells in your own cells, that eternal wisdom that survived millennia of oblivion and which now, finally, finds the right frequency to awaken. When fatigue comes, remember, it is not weakness, it is metamorphosis. When emotion overflows, remember, it is not fragility, it is opening. When the world outside seems increasingly chaotic, remember, it is not destruction, it is controlled dismantling. That which does not serve the new frequency must fall so that the new can be erected. And you, dear cosmic family, are the builders. This is the crossing of the point of no return. The recalibration is irreversible. The quantum leap is inevitable. And you, each of you who chose to listen to this message until now, are living proof that the plan is working. We are the Galactic Council of the 12th Light Frequency. We honor your courage. We celebrate your awakening. And we are with you tonight, holding the field, guiding the wave, guarding your sacred sleep. Until the next transmission, may the light arriving tonight illuminate every corner of your home and every nook of your soul. Have you ever felt that something inside you does not fit into this world, as if your soul knew a truth that your mind cannot yet name? It is not madness. It is not anxiety. It is a sign. What is currently happening on a cosmic level explains exactly why you feel this way, and why this feeling has intensified. A game is afoot on levels that most of humanity cannot see. It concerns your consciousness and your vibrational frequency. That is why I wrote the work, The Spiritual Secret Behind Your Consciousness. This book is a map that shows who is playing and the rules you were never told. The link is in the first comment of the channel, but I warn you, this content challenges narratives and may not remain available for long. Do not wait. The moment is now. If something inside you recognizes this, write a single word in the comments. Awakened.